What's up, Rangers? Welcome to the Geek Chest. My name's Steve.
My name's Arnaz.
And what the heck did you do to his head?
I don't know. I just needed a back scratcher, and that sounded like it worked.
But it wouldn't have been better like this, because then you'd have all the spikes on one side?
Nah, that's too much.
Also, this one's supposed to be Kevin. You're supposed to have that one up,
go.
right? God.
No, just a little sideways.
Just... But today we'll be going over the 2001 Bandai vinyl Ghidorah from GMK.
That's a GMK one?
Yeah, well, it's 2001 Ghidorah. Technically, I should reiterate, this is actually the 2002 Ghidorah figure.
Now you're confusing me, Steve. Which one is it?
Because the figure came out in 2002, but it's the 2001 Ghidorah.
It's from the movie 2001.
Yeah, it's from GMK. But if you would have had the card, which I don't currently have for this, it would have said 2002. This is a fairly hard one to get a hold of compared to there is a Bandai Creation version of that one, which I think is hideous looking. And that's like, I don't even like the suit to begin with, but spoiler alert, if you can get a hold of one GMK Ghidorah that isn't the X Plus, this is probably the one. At least between the two Bandais.
Why?
Well, just look at how much better this looks.
What's wrong with the other one?
The face is fused.
This one has pink
And
eye.
We'll get to that. Anyways, we'll go over that more. Maybe we could do a versus. Bandai versus Bandai. We'll get around to doing more complaining about the Bandai Creation ones here sometime in the near future. But anyways, since this guy didn't have a prison, let's just get into it. For a closer look at Ghidorah's details, head sculpt is... You know what? I want to bash on it because I don't think the heads look very good. But then again, it looks like the movie, so I think they did a good job.
Oh my God, I wasn't going to say anything, but yeah, it's pretty movie accurate.
Yeah, because... like, if you guys have paid enough attention to the channel, I'm not a big fan of the suit designs of GMK, except for Godzilla's still pretty cool looking, and Baragon was neat.
Yeah, Baragon wasn't that bad.
Mothra was eh, and Ghidorah was, oh my god, what were they thinking? But there's a lot of people that really like the suit, and I'm not gonna bash on anybody if you like it. Like what you like, right?
Yeah. Like,
I like Zilla. Not a lot of people like Zilla.
I like Zilla.
Yeah, Zilla's great.
Steve loves Gabra. I like Gabra.
Oh, you love Gabra. I'm indifferent. It's kind of like this. I'm indifferent to this guy. But for the most part, like, if it wasn't for the fact that I got this guy off my buddy Rez, I probably wouldn't own this thing.
Thank you, Rez.
Yeah, I actually, super thank you, because I actually, after getting him in hand, I actually like this one a lot more than I thought I would have. But again, going back to the heads, it's got some metallic silver here for the teeth. The gold paint looks very nice on it. The eyes are black with a little bit of red on the end. It's got definitely looks like he's got a little bit of sleep in his eyes.
He's sleepies.
Yeah, definitely sleepy. Or as Arnaz mentioned, it could also be pink eye, so he might be contagious. The other thing I like too is if you look at each of the heads is the other thing I like too when you look at the heads is each of them are different. Like for a lot of these, when you would expect to get them, there's sometimes like one will be different, and usually it's the middle, and then the two off heads are fairly similar, or they're all three are just the exact same head. Well, this one like is open mouth, slightly open mouth, closed mouth, which I do appreciate the variety on.
I was about to say you can't complain, Steve. You have all three in one figure. What more you want?
Right? And then even if, like, say I wanted the middle head to be more open, I could probably just pop this off and swap it out. And just move the heads around however I see fit. Then moving down the neck here, you get the trademark gold diamond shapes for the scaling here, which looks really nice. Then you got the little spikes coming down the back of each of the necks, which run down the entire course of the back, except for right here, and then it splits off into the two sections that go down the tail.
That is weird.
Well, it's like it's only got two tails, three heads, so...
Couldn't they fuse that better, though?
Like, maybe had them, like... Well, because then you would have to have them come in and then come back out.
Oh, yeah, no matter what, right?
Yeah, it probably would have been off looking a little bit. The only thing that's kind of weird about this Ghidorah is that the wings are folding down. And that's just how the figure was. Because even, like, if you attempted to heat this thing up and maybe try to straighten it, the wings don't really move up. Which is... It's odd looking at a pose, but Oh, it's kind of different compared next to the rest of the other King Ghidorah figures that I have, so I kind of like it in that sense too.
Variety.
Yep, because you don't have like not all the wings are always going to be folded upright. Then it kind of looks like he's more like ready to charge at somebody.
Oh God, don't remind me of that movie.
Flying around. He thought you liked 2019.
I do like the movie.
Right?
I didn't say I like the Ghidorah.
Oh, that's probably just the monsters I had a problem with. But you do get some decent armor plating here on the bottom section of the necks. Looks really nice. And then some shading for around the pecs of Ghidorah.
I don't think those are pecs. I think those are arms that kind of fused into the heads.
Yeah, well, it's always
like the Halloween costume that we seen for the kids. Exactly what it is.
Right? Just got your like elbows tucked in right here, and then your arms are going in. Yeah, I don't know. It's just like Ghidorah always seemed like to have the most boobs of any other kaiju. At least to me, anyways.
He would make money on a pole.
Oh, how he? So you'd have to use both the other heads to grab onto the pole, and then whip. That'd be weird. That'd be unsanitary. Looking at the wings too, you get a lot of really nice shading. It's got a couple of scuffs on this one, but it's kind of to be expected on some of these vinyls.
They're older.
Yeah, they're older. They get played with periodically. Again, this guy was second-handed to me, and pretty much after I got him, he's been pretty much sitting on the shelf. But detailing the wings looks really nice too, because just like the amount of shading on here really helps to make the undersection stand out. Which is the only thing that's kind of a bummer about the wings being tucked down. But because it has that shading, again, it makes more sense that the wings are folding down.
I don't know. I think it looks better with the shading like that.
Right? You do get it on the back section of the wings too, though.
Ooh, it looks a little weird back there.
Yeah, here I almost kind of would expect it to not have seen it.
Yeah.
But it's still, like, it gives a little bit more color variety than just the basic gold on the entire kaiju, which I really like. And then for the tails, another thing is because they did, like, a good job at separating the details for each of the head, why are the tails just the exact same? Like, you think, like, one would have bended up, one would have bended down or something?
Yeah,
just to give it a
variety in there.
Yeah, well, it's more or less not a stagnant pose because they kind of go up and bend a little bit, but there's not really any variety to it. But for the tip of the tail, you just get the little rounded spikes coming around. But for the tip of the tail, you just get like that nice little mace head looking thing.
Makes a good weapon.
Yeah, it's kind of like what you see on pretty much every of the Ghidorahs, outside of the fuzzy one. But also for the feet of Ghidorah, it's got a little bit of that armor plating on the toes here. You get 3 toes with some metallic silver here for the claws. And that's pretty much it for the detailing. Then for the articulation, the heads can rotate around on each of the necks here. This one's oh, this one doesn't rotate. Maybe they didn't rotate originally. Well, anyways, these ones rotate, so that's all that matters. Base of the neck, they can rotate around. This one's side to side. This one's side to side because the spiky bits on the back of the necks hinder the articulation. Wings, nothing much going on there. Feet can rotate forward and back. And then for the tail, a little bit of rotation side to side. And for some quick comparisons, see where you have the Bandai Vinyl GMK King Ghidorah next to some other GMK kaiju figures from Bandai, specifically creations with another Ghidorah and Godzilla. And here it is compared next to some other figures with the SH Monsters GMK Godzilla, which I actually kind of like that scale. And the Good Smiles Sophie Auntie from SSS Gridman. And here it is next to some Kyoto kaiju figures with Iris and Gamera from Gamera 3. And here we have it with some fairly obscure figures, but we just did a video of destroying this guy's value with the Marvel Legends Toy Biz, to be specific, Blade from Blade 2, and the McFarlane's Captain Price from Modern Warfare. And finally here it is with some other vinyls with the Bandai Vinyl Hyper Gauss from Gamera 3 and the YMSF Gabara. So overall for the Bandai Vinyl GMK Ghidorah, this thing's great.
Yeah, it's actually a lot more impressive than I thought it would be.
Yeah, I feel like if you could get one Bandai Ghidorah, this is Bandai Vinyl, GMK Ghidorah. I'm like, I was trying to like just go with each of the Ghidorahs. I'm like, well, if we're just going Ghidorah, I think there's better because it's the Grand Ghidorah.
You know,
And then
price wise,
in terms of GMK, there's the X Plus.
Oh yeah, no, there's better. There's better. Never mind.
But in terms of like Bandai's, this is easily the best GMK Ghidorah to get. Because that creation was just, but we'll get to that.
I was thinking of the name of the new Ghidorah movie toys that just came out. Those like super.
Oh,
cheap
the
ones.
Jacks.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, those are poopy.
Yeah, you can get
especially in comparison.
What? Come on, Steve. Those are better.
Yeah, because this came from a time when the Bandai vinyls to me still looked really nice. Like this is still fairly a nice representation of the suit.
So the question is, did the Bandai vinyls get worse, or the other figures got better to where they made the Bandai vinyl?
Vinyls got worse.
Did they?
I feel like, especially like after 2010, they haven't really gotten much better. Because like remember the Shin Godzilla one wasn't that great. The anime ones were kind of basic. The new movie ones weren't that great. The 2014's same. Like they don't really have the same level of detailing as say these ones did like back in 2002, or even my ones from like the late 90s.
They were lackluster.
Yeah, and now if you want a vinyl with a good amount of detail, you pretty much have to get X Plus now, which is a little bit disappointing because these are originally like the things I love to collect, but now it's like there's better options, and I almost wish they would kind of work these a little bit better to where they could have more detailing, and keep them like a little bit, maybe make them a little bit more pricey, kind of like what they did with like the Sophie spirits.
You would pay extra $10-15 for it to look a lot better than what they do.
Right. And especially with some of the newer figures. Like, man, if they could have done that with like a female Muda.
Oh.
God, how much they could have sold stateside-wise. But, yeah, so this is definitely, especially for Monster Arts. If you have the Monster Arts GMK, this is probably the best Ghidorah to get to go along with them. Yeah, pretty much like all the kaijus are pretty good next to them. Like, they're a little bit bigger, but not too shabby. Well, this one I feel like is fairly decently scaled. So if you guys really like the SH Monster Arts GMK, this is definitely a nice little companion piece to maybe try to get it go along with them. Problem is, this thing goes for like, we were looking it up, and it's about 150-ish to 200 on eBay. If you want it with the tag, there wasn't many options available. So that is something to take into consideration, because I don't know at that price point I would want to pay that much for it. Like, for this size, I think, like, 80-ish is probably fairly fair for an older figure like this. Because my Grand Ghidorah, I think I paid, like, $125, and that thing's massive.
I personally wouldn't pay $20, but that's just me. I'm not a fan of this one.
Yeah, but it's like, you, like, still buy, like, some of the stuff you, like, you might not like it as much as the other ones, but you still buy it just to buy it, like, to have it.
Yeah, that's
like Arnold movies. Like, not all the Arnold movies are great, but you're going to buy Arnold just to buy it, right?
Whoa. Take a step back. Are you telling me?
No, well, sorry. Like I said, I don't hate GMK. It's just not my favorite. And it's like Arnold movies. There's some I like. There's definitely some I like way better than others.
I'm trying to think of a bad Arnold movie here.
Genesis? He's technically in Salvation.
What is that earlier one that came a few years? Last Stand. Are you telling me that this is like
oh god, the one Johnny Knoxville?
Yeah.
Yeah, because like that movie, like I didn't hate it, but it's just kind of whatever. So yeah, he's the Johnny Knoxville of Ghidorah figures.
I have it in my collection, The Last Stand, but it's not open. One of those kind of things.
Definitely. What do you guys think? Have you guys picked up this Ghidorah? What's your favorite version of King Ghidorah? Is Orochi just my thing? Please let us know in the comments. We also have an Instagram, Patreon, Pinterest, and Facebook. You guys like to keep up to date with the channel and donate, would greatly appreciate it. And help us defeat those kaijus by hitting that like button, subscribe, and come range today. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.